Breaking news, everyone. It seems like the Miss South Africa organization has finally given up their Miss World license. Well, not seems like, it is practically officially confirmed, because there is this new Instagram account, and I know, stay with me, I will bet my life that this is legit. If this does not turn out to be legit, if we don't get an official confirmation within the next few weeks, I'm deleting my channel, okay? I am putting my life on this. There is this new Instagram account on Instagram called Miss World South Africa. And the thing that really sold me on this, I was like the 18th person to follow it, but the thing that really sold me on this is that there are so many distinguished South African beauty queens who follow this new account that just appeared out of the blue. It says also in the bio that obviously we're going to be getting some info in October, or perhaps a new queen will be crowned in October. This, to me, is legit, because you know, if you've been following my channel, there have been rumors swirling around for, if not months, then years at this point, that the Miss South Africa organization is looking to offload the Miss World license to someone else. At this point in time, the rumor is that it's Rolene Strauss taking over, perhaps another South African beauty queen as well in conjunction. I hope that any official information does not come out before I put out this video, but those are the rumors right now. And like I said before, there are so many distinguished South African beauty queens following this new strange account. If it was just some fake account, just some person looking to gain some quick followers, then I don't think that all of these distinguished queens would be following this account, but they are. The Miss South Africa organization, for all intents and purposes, have gotten rid of the Miss World license. Who is in charge of this new organization? I don't know, but I don't think that the Miss South Africa organization would just leave Miss World alone once and for all. I think it might be the case that this might be a person who will be working in conjunction with the Miss South Africa organization. So this person might still employ the help of people like Wagner Wessels or someone else, or the Miss South Africa organization might still be footing the bill for some things on behalf of this new person taking over. But this is exciting news, but it's also sad news, because as you know, the Miss South Africa organization started with Miss World in 1956. I have made so many history videos on the Miss South Africa organization, and it really makes me so sad to think that the Miss South Africa organization started with Miss World all the way back in 1956. And it wasn't until the 80s when the Miss South Africa organization started sending girls to Miss Universe. And then officially in the 1990s, the Miss South Africa organization got the Miss Universe license. It breaks my heart, really, that the Miss South Africa organization has chosen Miss Universe over Miss World, just because the Miss South Africa organization has such a long and beautiful history with Miss World. This is also why I think that the rumors are swirling around that Rolene is taking over. Rolene, of course, is the most recent Miss South Africa to hold the title of Miss World. She's very passionate about Miss World, and so for that reason I am quite optimistic to find out who the new owner of the license is, or who is taking over this Miss World venture in South Africa. I hope it's Rolene, because I honestly can't think of anybody else other than some other Miss South Africa from the past who also performed perhaps very well at Miss World. So that remains to be seen, but like I said, if there isn't an official announcement within the next few weeks, then I will delete my channel, because this to me is the hill I will die on. There is a new organization for Miss World in South Africa, and this I know, because there have been rumors for months and months, if not years. I remember making a video for the first time on this probably a year ago, perhaps even more than a year ago. This has been persistent, and I definitely think that this is the case, especially because of what Anne has come out with recently. You guys know that I make a big deal out of what Anne has said, and a lot of you have been, you know, sort of been like, I don't know if the Miss South Africa organization will be getting rid of other, you know, licenses in favor of Miss Universe. They are, and it makes me scared because I sort of think Miss Supranational might be next. Call me cynical, but I have this intuitive feeling that not all is right between the Miss South Africa organization and Miss Supranational. And I think that the Miss South Africa organization are going to do like they did with Miss World, wait until the contract period ends and then just not renew the contract. We still have Ayanda competing at Miss Supranational this year. Perhaps the contract still extends until next year as well, but don't be surprised if the Miss South Africa organization does not renew their Miss Supranational contract. Like I said in one of my previous videos on this topic, the Miss South Africa organization is really gunning for Miss Universe. Miss South Africa is basically, I think, just aiming to have the Miss Universe license on their side. And then perhaps we might see a Miss Supranational South Africa pop up after South Africa's contract ends with Miss Supranational. We might see Lalela doing that, or perhaps even Shanique taking over, since she is living in South Africa and is going to be a citizen of South Africa by marriage soon. So we might see that, but that's like a bit looking into the future. For now, we have to focus on the Miss World thing. I think it's actually so bad of the Miss South Africa organization to not have made it clear to the girls who entered this year that there is no more Miss World on the table, because there isn't. Apparently, according to rumors, Ndavi will probably not even be going to Miss World anymore. I know. And then if that's the case, then she might as well have gone to Miss Supranational, right? I don't understand what the Miss South Africa organization is doing. Okay, and what was I saying? Yes, so I think it's sort of bad that the Miss South Africa organization has not made it clear that the girls entering this year, even though some of them might be trying to go to Miss World, will not have that option, because Miss World has been given to another South African organization, to which girls now have to go and apply. Right? You understand what I'm saying? Maybe there's a Rolene out there in the thousands of entries this year who really was hoping to end up at Miss World somehow, and now she's just gonna sit there like, well. And the Miss South Africa organization is sneaky as well. I went through all of their T's and C's and entry form, as you guys know, and there was no mention that there was no option for Miss World anymore, which I think is important information, because I feel like the Miss South Africa pageant as a whole is a vessel in a way, especially nowadays, to go to the international pageant that you want to go to, potentially. I know a lot of you guys are like, well, girls shouldn't have that intention, and they should be entering just to be Miss South Africa, and I know that, okay? But some girls just are made to go internationally, like Rolene with Miss World. Imagine Rolene had entered Miss South Africa and then she never would have been Miss World if they pulled this move and didn't have the Miss World license anymore. I messaged the Miss South Africa organization a few days ago, before this new Instagram account popped up and popped off. And I asked them, listen, there are rumors, persisting rumors, that Rolene is taking over the Miss World license, that Miss SA won't have the Miss World license anymore. Is there any truth to these? And they left me on red. They saw that message and left me on red. So that's the moment actually that I was like, you know what? If there was no truth to this, then you would be saying, no, there's no truth to that, right? Then I was like, okay, I see the writing on the wall, but now the writing on the wall is very, very, very clear. And there is definitely a new organization in South Africa for Miss World. Interesting. And we'll have to see what's going to happen with this. Like I said, if there's not an announcement soon, I'm deleting my channel. Because honestly, I believe I believe that this is the truth, okay? Source, trust me. So honestly, if you want to know any more info on this, I would suggest going and following that page, because there is definitely going to be coming out some info one of these days. Let me know what you guys think about this. This is really sad, right? Now that I'm sitting here basically at the end of this video, I'm thinking like, this is so sad. This is the end of an era for Miss South Africa. I mean, from 1956, the Miss South Africa organization has held the license. They have stuck through the great banning of the apartheid era, basically more than a whole decade, and they still went back to Miss World. And we have persisted at Miss World, we've done well at Miss World, and now things have changed with Miss South Africa, and they're much more focused on the Miss Universe title. And it's sort of sad, but then again, Miss World has also gone downhill since the pandemic, and perhaps even arguably before that. I don't know, it's just a bit sad. Hopefully things will pick up. It's just the end of an era, but also exciting, because now I want to see what's going to be happening with Miss South Africa and Miss Universe and Miss Supranational once the contract ends. Wow guys, so much is going to be happening with Miss South Africa within the next 2 years. Let's just wait and see. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.